everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Friday video report. 2 out of 3 last night. Did you see that Florida State game? We came within 4 yards of a 3-0 sweep, but oh well. Fumbled by Christian Ponder. You saw the play. Just an amazing finish of that game. The breaks certainly went against us last night. As I always say, though, the breaks even out over the long term. However, doesn't mean you can't cry about it, just a little. Shed a little tear because that hurt last night. So Florida State goes down as a 5-9 play, but truth be told, listen, Florida State had the monster early lead, 21-7, and the defense playing so well this year simply blew it in the third quarter. So NC State really deserved to win that game. It would have been a miracle finish and a miracle cover for us anyway. However, hit 2 out of 3 last night overall with the 5-9 plays. Easy winner with the Giants in the World Series. And how about the Orlando Magic pounding the Atlanta Hawks as I forecasted? Off to a 3-1 start in the NBA, good for 19.5 dimes. And tonight, guys, my best bet, the only play that I'm personally playing myself, and the only play I'm releasing to you, it's another 5-dime play. And guys, it's on the Orlando Magic Miami Heat showdown. LeBron in his home debut in South Beach, the Magic. Another statement game perhaps for them after hearing how so much Miami is the only team seemingly in Florida nowadays in the NBA. Which side to go? Guys, that is my best bet tonight as I put my 3-1 NBA record so far this young season. As I've told you repeatedly, now is the time to make money in the NBA. The lines are easiest to beat because the odds makers don't really know what the teams have out there. You know, I follow the personnel. Throughout preseason, I read every single box score. I look at the matchups on the floor. That's what makes the difference in the NBA. And as I've told you repeatedly this week, it takes about 7 to 10 games for most NBA teams to really get acclimated to each other, to develop that chemistry and the cohesiveness that you really need out there on the floor. And I think it's even more exaggerated this year because you've had so much free agent activity, so much off-season trade activity, so many key first-rounders being counted on immediately by their teams to produce. So again, you have the advantage of the odds makers every year in every sport the first few weeks of the season, but especially so in the NBA, and we've capitalized so far by hitting 3 out of 4. Now, I'm going to get to an NBA free pick tonight on Atlanta and Philadelphia, but first, let's also take a look at this West Virginia-Connecticut Big East college football game. You know, I was leaning toward going with West Virginia, even though they committed 3 turnovers that led to 9 points in a 19-14 loss to Syracuse at home last week. And Geno Smith, their quarterback, sacked 5 times, 3 interceptions in his worst game of the season. But I'm just a little concerned because Connecticut has switched quarterbacks. Now, as you know, they started the season with Zach Frazier. He was benched. They turned to Cody Endress. The offense certainly moved, but then he was kicked off the team. They gave a freshman, Michael Box, a start last week in a 26-0 loss at Louisville. He was pathetic, 4 for 12 for 35 yards, knocked out of the game with concussion. Frazier came back in. Box was supposed to be available tonight, but read in the Hartford Courant today that he is going to miss the game. Zach Frazier is going to start again. Listen, this Connecticut team suspended a couple starters a couple weeks ago. Offensive line protection has been minimal at best. Defensively, they've got lots of holes. Remember, they couldn't hold a big lead at Rutgers a couple Fridays ago. But this West Virginia team, even though it's won 6 straight in the series and 5-1 against the spread in that stretch, winning those games by an average of 23 points a game, and 13-5 their last 18 on the Big East road against the spread, I'm still not that comfortable laying the 6 with West Virginia. So I do believe West Virginia is the play here, but I would rather give you as the free pick instead the Atlanta Hawks, who, as you know, I used them 2 nights ago as a 10-dime best bet winner in the NBA when they responded with an easy rout of the Memphis Grizzlies as a 2-point road dog. I think they won by 17 points in that game. I'm going to go over tonight with the Atlanta Hawks. I'm going to back them at Philadelphia. Listen, the 76ers, they failed to cover last 2 nights ago against the Miami Heat. Don't be deceived by the 10-point margin of loss. They needed a 33-17 splurge in the fourth quarter just to make that final score respectable. They got blown to pieces in the third quarter of that game after holding their own in the first half. And as I told you, this is a team that you shouldn't be surprised has a problem covering at home. They are 12-30 against the spread at home over the past 2 years. 12-30 against the spread at home. Hawks shot 52% using Larry Drew's new motion offense in their opener at Memphis. They got 50 points from their bench. Like the Hawks here, it's a bargain basement price. Came this close to using them as a premium play and betting on them myself. That's how much I like the play. That's why it's your freebie today. Good luck, everybody. I'll catch you again on Saturday.